I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop being so negative. I feel like one of the worst traits that you could have as a person is to just be super negative. You know, to complain about everything, to hate on everything, to find the bad in every single situation. Like, who hurt you, bro? And you know, I get it. We all complain sometimes. Sometimes we're just having a bad day. Sometimes we're having a bad week, a bad month even, and that's fine. Sometimes we just don't like something or something really annoyed us, and that's fine. You know, I'm not saying that you need to be super positive every single day because I'm be real with y'all, I sure as hell ain't. I'm not gonna lie, I used to think Squidward from SpongeBob was an asshole growing up, but as I got older, I really started to relate to him more and more every single day. Like, there's been times where I see people that are like super positive or always in a good mood, and it would just annoy me. I'm just like, bro, like, how are you so happy all the time? And I'm not saying that you need to be super happy-go-lucky, positive, Mr. Happy every single day, but just because you're not positive all the time, that doesn't mean that you need to be negative either. When you see yourself always being negative, when you see yourself always complaining, when you see yourself pointing out the bad every single day, 365 days a year, that's when it becomes a problem. I used to have this friend, right? Let's just call him Eugene. Every time Eugene and I would hang out, all dude would do is talk shit, hate on things, complain, and be negative. Like, we'd watch a movie, he'd complain about it. We got food, he'd complain about it. We were playing a new video game, he would hate on it every single round of the game. Like, I swear to God, he was the type of person where you could show him a photo album of pictures of puppies, and he would find a way to find the bad in every single photo there, I swear to God. And at first, you know, it didn't really bother me because A, I knew him for a long time, and I also just figured that's just kind of how he was. And B, because I do feel like sometimes it is easier to bond and, you know, start conversations with people by complaining and bonding over negativity. Like, let's be real, there is a lot of BS out there that we all deal with, so we kind of all have that in common. So sometimes you could kind of get rid of the stress a little by talking to someone else about it and, you know, just talking to each other about it so you know you're not alone. But I feel like that's only okay in doses. That just can't be all you talk about. If you find yourself every time you're talking to someone you're complaining, that's an issue. Because I feel like when you're constantly around someone that's always complaining, always being negative, always finding the bad, it really does start to get annoying after a while, and it also starts to rub off on you too. Like with Eugene, for example. You know how usually when you hang out with your friends, you leave and you're in like a good mood because you just had fun, you had a good time, so now your spirits are up? I swear with Eugene, bro, it was the complete opposite. I feel like I would leave hanging out with him and there was like a dark cloud over my head, because when you're just hanging out with someone and they're just complaining over and over and over again, it really rubs off on you. And I would try to bring it up to him and be like, yo, bro, like, don't you think, you know, you're always kind of finding the bad? And he just wouldn't get it. He would refuse to change. And after a while, it really made me just not want to hang out with him, because I felt like every time I hang out with him, I'd leave, and I would leave in a worse mood than I was before I hung out with him. But being negative doesn't just affect the people around you, it really does affect you the most. And that is because you attract what you focus the most on. For example, let's say you're one of those people that's always focused on money. Most likely, you're gonna get money because you're in that mindset of wanting to work more, wanting to spend less, wanting to save more, and in turn, you're gonna see more money in your account. Now, let's say that you're only focused on negativity. You're most likely gonna get negativity, because if you go into looking at the world, the people, anything and everything, looking for the bad in every single situation, you're gonna find the bad, because like I said, there's a lot of bad out there. And I feel like if you go through life just only looking for the bad, bro, it's probably gonna get depressing so fast. Like, I couldn't imagine being a happy person that's always negative. That just doesn't even make sense. And I'm not perfect, guys. You know, none of us are. I'd be lying if I sat here and told you I was Mr. Positive, because I'm really not. I do be having my days or my weeks where I'm just not in a great mood. I'm feeling super negative. And one thing that I've been trying to do this year is to try to look for the positive more often, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be one of those people that's just always complaining. One thing that's really been helping me is whenever something happens or I see something that I would normally complain about or find the negative in, I've been trying to just flip the perspective in my head and try to point out at least one positive thing about it. Let's say me and all my friends had plans to hang out, and when the day finally comes, all of them just randomly cancel, or it starts pouring outside and all of our plans just get thrown out the window. Instead of just sitting there upset, I try to flip the script in my head and I'll tell myself, listen, bro, you're not hanging out, and I know that sucks, but on the bright side, now you got more time to film your videos, or you get to save money since you're not going outside, or now you get to sit at home and relax and play your favorite video game, which you rarely get to do. And I feel like by doing something as simple as that, as finding the little positives in all the shitty situations, it really does go a long way and make you feel a little bit better about them. And I feel like after doing it for a while, my brain started to like naturally look for the good in situations more often, which has made me happier in the long run. Alright guys, so to wrap this video up, I'm just gonna say, I know life can suck at times. There is a lot of bad out there, but there is a lot of good out there too, and sometimes you just gotta look for it. So do the people around you a favor, and most importantly, do yourself a favor, and just stop being so negative. I feel like if this video could help you just be a little bit more positive, then I did a pretty good job. My name's Max. If you like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Wake up out the door, it's time to get this money. So many pitfalls in my life, that shit ain't even funny. Them rainy nights had them days looking mad sunny. My clothes nice, remember when them shits was mad.